Hello and welcome to my stream. Tonight we play more of Digimon World and we'll be continuing our quest of trying to get Agumon's last champion. We tried it last time as well, but unfortunately we got Birdramon as a result. And surprisingly, after a long time, we could not digivolve Birdramon into a champion. So basically, our champion died before getting a chance to become an ultimate and allowing us to do other things such as going after an analog man or joining more tournaments. So that happened. It was quite surprising because for a long time we have been getting ultimates. But on the other hand, it's also helpful because it speeds up our next cycle. And then we have another shot today on trying to finally get this last champion from Agumon's Digivolution that I'm still thinking it's going to be Monochromon. So I'll be trying to mix things up a little bit. I'll be trying to focus on multiple stats instead of going for a single stat on my mind like I have been doing in the past streams to see if it's going to matter or if it's going to change the result into something new. Because yes, I kinda tried training Agumon focusing on a single one stat and it didn't give me the new result. So today I will go for multiple ones. And as I'm still thinking it's going to be Monochromon, I'm planning on going into defense or HP. Actually both, right? I will train HP and defense a lot. Probably I will think about training him on a third stat as well, but I'll need to think more about that because I'm not sure what else could be uh, the answer, like the best choice for me to go if it is really Monochromon the result. But anyway, let's give it a shot, hope for the best and see what happens, right? So hi Victor, what's up man? How's it going? You were asking me if I had a good week. Actually, remember last week when I was saying that I was kinda having shitty sleeps? Well, the shitty sleeps kinda continued, and then on Wednesday I had insomnia, isn't it great? And then I could finally rest on Thursday, but also only after having some talks with friends and family and support from people because I was also kind of getting a little bit depressed. But yes, after I started to feel better on Thursday, I could sleep a little bit. And since then, I have been resting better, or I have been sleeping at least a little bit. But the situation is that since last week, my sleep schedule has been weird because I'm kind of waking up by my own or without a reason in the middle of my sleeping cycle. And then I need to kind of either force myself to sleep again or I kind of can't sleep anymore because my body decided that I don't know, I'm awake now. So that has still been happening, but the difference from last week and then now is that I'm kind of accepting it because I realized that if I try to feel bad that it's happening to me, it makes it worse and it starts an insomnia cycle or a depressed cycle inside of my brain that it's not worth. So you know what? I'm now accepting it. Let's go to bed. If I sleep 1, 2, 3, or 4 hours, that's okay. If I can go back to sleep or not, I don't care anymore. But yes, this week was kind of shitty because my sleep was horrible. Having insomnia is also freaking horrible. But in the end, everything is fine now. We're getting better now. But I'm still having that situation. And I guess I will just, keep on going, trying my best to rest. Even though sometimes my body wakes up by its own. And then it's kind of disappointing even because I drink tea to relax. I even take some natural medicine to feel more relaxed, and then for no freaking reason, my body wakes up after 2 or 3 hours of sleep. And I'm like, wait, why am I waking up? I don't even want to go to the bathroom or anything. But yes, so far I still don't know what's going on. Maybe my sleep got weaker or lighter. Maybe anything that can happen in my room or outside can wake me up and then I don't notice it. I'm not sure. But besides that, everything's okay, man. It's just that my sleep schedule got worse with that insomnia episode. I would even say that this last week was probably one of the more tiring, or the week that I felt the most tired this year, because I was, not being able to rest well throughout the days, and then that day I had insomnia. It was kind of really awful for me to live through those days because I was freaking tired or exhausted. But in the end, now everything is going back to, let's say, the new normal. And let's see if at some point I'll be able to have a proper sleep. I would say that the best sleep I had was when I slept 6 hours straight without waking up. Because since then I have been waking up after 3, 4 hours, and then I need to put myself again to sleep. At least for most days I have been able to do it, so I can continue my sleep, and then depending on the day I can either wake up feeling rested or not. Last week I was feeling more tired. This week at least I'm feeling more rested. But yeah, that's what's going on, and I hope it kind of gets better with time, right? Wait, I don't have... Okay, Victor, never mind, it's on your side then, the sound problem, there we go. Well, as long as it's getting better, it is, man, it is, but I'm kinda now getting used to this new sleeping schedule that I'm having because I simply don't understand it. Also, hey Meowster, what's up, man? How's it going? Are you traveling already? I remember you were preparing yourself to go and travel, right? So Victor's week has been pretty similar. Oh no, man. Either I haven't been sleeping at all, or you have been sleeping all day because you have been too tired and exhausted to stay awake. That's funny, we are both suffering from insomnia, but in different ways, right? In my case, I can't have like a very long section of sleeping, but in your case, it's either super long or not at all. But man, I hope you can at least have those super long sleeps, because not being able to sleep is the worst. So if you are sleeping like for many hours, you know what? That's good, man. Like maybe you don't need to be sleeping for all of those hours, but it's better than not sleeping for sure. Also, hey Alza, what's up, man? Shitty sleeps gang, right? You also have some insomnia problems. I hope it has been getting better though. What I did on Wednesday when I had the insomnia, and actually, I think that most people ignore this or they don't take it too seriously. But when I was having my first anxiety crisis and panic attacks, after I had that, I realized how important this is to one person, or at least how it matters to me, at least, or to my health. I'm talking about sunbathing. On Wednesday, I went outside here to sunbathe a little bit because vitamin D and melatonin, they are very important for your body's functions. But you have no idea. I was starting to feel depressed, like I said. But after taking like 20 minutes outside in here sunbathing, I really felt better regarding happiness even. I completely happy? I was not, because there were even some other things I wanted to happen to my day. Most of those things were basically talking to my friends, because when I'm suffering, or like when I'm struggling with insomnia or even anxiety or even depression, I feel like I need to put it out. So I need to like realize that I'm not alone. I need to talk to people that can be there for me and everything. So I could only feel much better after I had those conversations with with my friends. But just spending 20 minutes sunbathing already made a difference. So my advice, or like my suggestion, is that you should always sunbathe, even if you think that, I don't know, it won't matter that much or it won't make a big difference. If you stop to really pay attention to it, it does make a difference. At least it has been changing my life a lot. So when something like that happens, by the way, my computer is always strange right now. Oh no, is it going to be one of those days? Okay, let me see if I can make it a little bit better. Nope. Okay, we have a problem here, guys. Oh. No, now it has a delay. A sound delay. Never mind, it's not too bad. Game? Okay, it is working, but we gotta be careful and pay attention because maybe it's going to be one of those streaming problems days, right? Speaking of which, Twitch has been all crazy lately because of like data from the users being leaked, and then they have been trying to fix the problems or like change the streaming keys to everybody. So that was a whole fuss this week, right? But anyway, Victor, at the very least, you were able to get your Lego Mario 64 set, right? So even though you could not sleep very well, that was cheerful for you this week. Also, did it get the surprise you wanted? Because you were hoping for it to have that Bowser figure. Does it have it? That was freaking awesome. I was super happy to see you like posting the pictures on Twitter. I was like, man, Victor is having so much fun right now. Even though I told you before that I didn't like the looks of the set that much, I gotta say that after checking on your pictures, they did a very good job on adapting the levels, because there are many details and surprises that I didn't know they had in there. Like the slide from Cuckoo Mountain, and the puzzle from Little Lava Land. And then I wonder, does it have the Bowser you were hoping for? Okay, so I'm training Negumon, and I said I would go for defense, HP, and then the third stat I'm not sure. I kinda wanna go a little bit for attack because that's how I guarantee my Agumon. But then I don't know if I will continue on training attack, you know? Because if I stop to think about Monochromon, some Monochromon that I fought on this game, they kinda had special attacks. For example, that area of effect crazy flare attack. I remember when we are exploring Mount Infinity and then we kind of fight Monochromon in there. They had that flare attack that sounds very magical, or like it sounds like they could have a lot of magic points to use that attack. But then if I go for magic points, I probably will get something like, I don't know, Meramon. So I'm not sure. First of all, I will guarantee my Agumon, and then I will jump into HP and defense, and then I will see what else I do. Wait, it does have the Bowser? There we go. There is a Bowser on a rotating platform, so you can do the Mario spinning. Oh, seriously? You kinda have a final battle in there? It is surprisingly detailed, right? Even if it is just like, you know, a little tiny piece or something very micro. It's not like a big set at all. It's everything is super micro. You can point or detect all of the references in there. It even has the teleport hole in the big hill in the Bob-omb battlefield. Wait, the teleport hole? Wait, Oh, in the mountain. Okay, I know what you were talking about now. When you are like avoiding the iron balls. Yes, I get what you're saying. Okay, that was super detailed. I had to refresh my memory a little bit in here. There is even a hidden Yoshi on the top of the castle? That's nice. Does it have a star? Do you have like a miniature star or something? By the way, Elsa, I don't know if you have been catching up the VODs or something, but right now in the game we are missing 3 Digimon. We got every Ultimate, and I'm missing 3 champions only. And then one is Agumon's Digivolution, although maybe it could be the same for Gabumon, because Gabumon is also missing another champion. Then we are missing what I think will be Devimon, And then there is still the mysterious last champion that I'm not sure, even though I may have some ideas already. Regarding the tournaments, we did win another tournament, I think. But now I'm not sure which one was it. Although we have lost many tournaments in the past streams. For dumb reasons in most cases. Like I was either underestimating my opponent or I don't know, we got very unlucky and then they were paralyzing us forever. They were like possible to win tournaments, but for some reason I didn't have the luck, and then I kind of lost. There are a couple of miniature stars. There we go. One of which is behind the big bully in Little Lava Land. Little Lava Land is probably my favorite lava level or fire level in video games, I would say. And then my favorite water level is definitely from Banjo-Tooie, Rolly Rogers Lagoon. There is also the snowman's head and body in Cuckoo Mountain. I think I saw something like that, yes. Speaking on ice levels and fire levels, Victor, how's your music right now? Because that's the idea I gave you last time, like to work on maybe a desertic sound effect for your music, or even ice. Little Lava Land is amazing, even though your first time in that level is the hell, right? It's literally hell. You kinda don't know where to go, what to do, and then you keep on falling on lava. But when you get used to the level, it flows super great. Like you kinda can explore every area without a lot of difficulties, and you realize that the level is shorter than what it looks at first. So the two snowmen jumping across the bridge are also there. Yeah guys, my computer is working a lot today. Maybe this could be fixed by like restarting everything or rebooting my computer. But as right now the game is looking okay, I will keep on going like this. But let's hope it doesn't get worse, right? I would guess that there is some sort of updates happening on the background. Maybe the antivirus or something. I haven't done any progress on it since last week, that's okay. I pretty much haven't been able to get anything done this week, which was beyond annoying. But don't worry about that, man. It's better for you to kinda fix your sleeping schedule, or make it more normal at least, than worry too much about your projects, right? So you have been watching the VODs, there we go. Then in one of the days I did! There was one day that everything went great. Actually, I should say a sequel of streams, right? There was this one day that we got Kuwagamon and then Hercules Kabutorimon in the same day, I think. And then on the next stream, I was able to get the last ultimate, which was Megadramon, right? And then after that, it's been like a downhill roller coaster ride. But why? I want to believe that I have been learning from my mistakes or the situations I have been through since then, right? For example, today I want to see if my new strategy will work out. Because after testing the training for single stats, it's not working. Or at least it's not giving me the result that I'm looking for. So now let's go on multiple stats. That's right, it was Kuwagamon and then Hercules Kabutorimon. And I even think I won some tournaments with them. You might have watched both at the same day, there we go. I also hope you kinda use the speeding up feature or something, because Otherwise, it would be very long. My streams are normally very long. Sometimes I do that on YouTube. I kinda speed up everything. But also, speaking on Digimon, have you seen the trailer of the new anime? Gabriel has been posting some videos about it, especially the trailer, on Discord. And I watched the trailer, and I gotta say that I really liked. I'm saying the trailer, but actually it was the opening, if I'm not mistaken. I really liked one of the new Digimon they have in there, but then I don't know if I can remember. Oh yes, I can remember the name of it. It's called Jellymon. It's like a jellyfish Digimon. I really liked it. Maybe some people would say it's one of those designs that are like supposed to be waifus for the kids, but I don't know. It is a good design in my opinion. I'm not like liking it because it could be a waifu, but I really liked it for some reason. It's hard to explain. I thought it was a cute jellyfish Digimon. And then the other two Digimon in there, I don't remember them that much anymore, but I remember there was a big yellow and strong Digimon that looked a little bit like a rabbit, but I'm not sure how to describe him. And then the other one was kind of the protagonist or like main protagonist partner. That, let's say, it's a generic, Agumon, Gabumon sort of Digimon. Like it's like they all look kind of the same, Gabumon, Agumon, and Vmon, and all of those main protagonist Digimons. It's one of those, but I think he was either blue or white, if I'm not mistaken. But Jellymon got my attention. I really liked Jellymon. And then I was surprised that this new season of Digimon has been going together with Digimon Adventures, because I was like, wait, why are they not finishing one project before starting the next? Aren't they going to like split the fan base into like two different seasons at the same time? So I was surprised by their bold move right there of releasing both at the same time. Yeah, there is a new season of Digimon going on, man. It has something to do about ghosts as well. If I'm not mistaken, in the name of the season it says Ghost something. But that's all I could remember about the trailer or maybe the opening. And I would recommend you kind of searching for more information. No, it is a new season with new Digimon, new characters. It felt like that. Also, hey Subaru, what's up, man? The only thing we were keeping track of was their new game that got delayed for 2 years because of COVID. I believe that Gabriel and Subaru were also talking about that on Discord. And Subaru, if I'm not mistaken, you were happy to know the game was not cancelled, right? Because for a long time you didn't have news about this game. But then I think Subaru said on Discord that he was happy it was not cancelled, so he was good about it being postponed, if I'm not mistaken. I'm doing alright, man, even though this week was shitty because I had problems sleeping. I had insomnia on Wednesday, for example. My sleep has been all crazy in the past weeks, but now it's kinda, let's say, getting better as I'm accepting my sleep schedule is now messed up. Basically, I'm getting used to my new normal for sleeping, which is pretty much having my body to wake up by its own after 2 or 3 hours, and I need to put myself again back to sleep for no reason. So I was struggling with that, but now I'm kind of accepting it. And as long as I'm not feeling too tired or exhausted, and also as long as I can at least rest a little bit, even if after sleeping again or not being able to sleep again will make me feel like a zombie for the rest of the day, I will be glad that I could get at least a couple hours of sleeping, because it's much better than not sleeping at all. So yeah, I'm struggling with my sleep. Not sure what's happening, but hopefully eventually it gets better and then goes back to normal and I can sleep like 7 and 8 hours straight without waking up at all. Yeah, Sabri is saying that he's happy that at least the game got some news. Speaking on games, we had one of the biggest game announcements this week, right? Which was basically the last and the final character for Smash Brothers. We kind of talked a little bit about that on Discord already, but after now some days, what do you guys think about it? Like, are you happy with the announcement? I think Subaru is not happy at all because Subaru hates Kingdom Hearts, and the character was Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I can't say that I'm happy because, like, I also haven't played Kingdom Hearts and I had other characters in mind to pick. My biggest choice would have been Chrono from Chrono Trigger Chrono Cross, even though I'm also a big fan of Crash Bandicoot, Rayman, Gino from RPG, for, Professor Layton or Phoenix Wright, Dixie Kong maybe. But what I can say is that it's an announcement that made sense to me. And also, they were able, or at least Sakurai was able, to turn the impossible into possible by kind of avoiding the copyrights and law situations with Disney and all of the Disney and the Square Enix, right? And all of those stressed uh, negotiations to make it happen now. So even though it's not a character I have always dreamed to have in the game, it's a pick that was very surprising, shocking, and it kind of makes me amazed that they were able to do it still because it always sounded impossible. Like everybody always believed it was an impossible character to join the game. And they made it, so it is very, very impressive. Yeah, you kind of get it because that's what the people wanted, right? Also, there is that, right? I forgot to mention. It seems that when they had that poll a couple years ago with uh, the Wii U and 3DS games, they got Sora for the most requested character. But in that time, they couldn't make him to join the game. So they went for Bayonetta instead. But then now, probably they were able to negotiate more, and they were probably more calm even in their negotiations, and they were able to do it. So I agree, because like it's the majority's pick, so I can understand it and can accept it. But was he my pick? Definitely not. Maybe after I play Kingdom Hearts myself, I can start to like him or something. But I'm not a very big Disney fan, and I need to see. I need to see how are those games going to impact my life, right? When Subaru saw the fire in the trailer, people started to say Dark Souls. They did. I watched some reactions on YouTube. Everybody was like, "This is Dark Souls. This is Dark Souls." I I need to try to remember my reactions now. What did I think when I saw all of that? Actually, I do think I was suspecting of Sora because when they were showing us all of those amiibos, at least when I saw all of the amiibos, I was thinking on Sora. And then once it got to that fire situation, I was maybe losing my guess a little bit more. But when I saw the amiibos, I felt it could have been Sora because Disney is all about making dreams to come true, right? So I was thinking, oh, a lot of amiibos or like characters that could turn into something alive thanks to the Smash Bros game. So I was making this connection between how Disney turns, everything into magic and makes them alive. For example, the Pinocchio story or even Peter Pan and stuff. So I was suspecting, oh, this is freaking Sora, they did it. But then the fire part got me confused, but I was not thinking on Dark Souls. Yes, I probably was just not sure what to think on that part. I can't remember. And then when Subaru saw the Keyblade, he got very disappointed. When I saw the Keyblade, I was not like disappointed because I gotta also say that the rumors and the expectations for Sora were very high. So I was like, okay, they did it, there we go. Actually, the best thing about that announcement was to check on some reactions because there were some people going nuts for Sora's announcement. There was this one girl that she went crying for the whole reaction or for the whole Smash presentation, right? Especially later on when they announced that the Kingdom Hearts games, would be released for the Switch even though it's just a cloud version. But yes, that girl was like having her dream to become reality, basically. So it was freaking awesome to see people like her to be super happy for the announcement. I think I'm going to call it a night already. Okay, Victor, that's fine, man. I appreciate you stopping by, and then hopefully we can talk more next weekend. And I do hope you can sleep better as well, man. Yes, definitely go get some rest. Or possibly in an hour or two if I can't sleep. No, no, let's believe you'll be able to do it, man. But I feel you, in case you can't though. That's what's been going on with me. And it does suck. But I gotta say that I was also expecting another surprise in that trailer. Or maybe I should say in that presentation. I don't know why I was feeling there would be something that they could have been working on, but not telling anybody besides the, let's say, the DLC characters, the 6 DLC characters. I was expecting a seventh character that would be free for everybody to use. For example, Waluigi, somebody like that. But it did not happen. They were strict to their words of like there will be only 6 more characters and that's going to be it. And I should also mention that Sora looks very broken, right? He looks very broken. He pretty much dominates the sky. Also, I didn't know that Sora meant sky in Japanese. And another reason why I was not too bothered about him being the last character was because Sakurai's company is also named Sora, so there was some sort of coincidence in there that I really liked. I was like, I see what you're doing in there, Sakurai. Your last character is also named Sora? So that was pretty cool, actually. I was even a bit disappointed when I was watching the reactions from other people to not be as surprised as I was when he made that connection between his company's name and the character's name. Because that was like mind-blowing to me. I was like, oh my god, this makes a lot of sense. And another thing that surprised me was that some friends of mine in real life, they were big fans of Sora, even though, let's say, after all of these years I had no idea they were fans of Kingdom Hearts and Disney that much. So it was kind of wild to see my friends like overreacting to seeing Sora. One of them even cried. I was like, seriously? Because I started the conversation kind of telling my, let's say, not disappointment, but I was hoping for other characters. So I was a little bit salty. And then they were like, no, it's Sora. It's like, I love Sora. I love Disney. And then I was, okay, I didn't know that. That's cool to know now. I wonder how I never heard of you talking about Kingdom Hearts before, though. So I was shocked to see that some friends of mine are big fans of Sora and they were very happy to the announcement. But speaking on, let's say, final surprise they could have added to the game to make it even more complete, Even if they haven't gone to a new character or like a seventh character, a secret character, I was also hoping for them to kind of give us the remaining stages from the previous games that we still don't have in Ultimate. But that's okay, we can't really be asking for the perfect game because, like, what people got on this Smash Brothers Ultimate is more than enough. Like, the amount of content it has and the characters, the roster in there. And Sakurai needs vacation immediately. Even though now I believe he might be jumping into his Kirby new game. So I'm like, is he really getting a vacation now? Sabri say that he's going to work a little bit less now? Yes, right. I imagine so. One thing that I liked, still speaking about Sora's announcement, was to see the Final Fantasy attacks, right? Faraga, Tandaga, and Blizzaga. That was very cool. Even though they make Sora very broken. So, jumping into another announcement we got this week. Man, this Koromon is completely tired. We had that trailer for the movie, right? The Resident Evil movie. I think it's called Welcome to Raccoon City. I do have a couple things to talk about Resident Evil now. But regarding that trailer, honestly, I did like it. After I was even saying, or not saying, after I was even seeing some reactions from other people, they were saying that this was the trailer from a movie of Resident Evil that got the closest to the game's plots. Even if you kind of combine every other live action, every other Resident Evil movie together, they won't get to the amount of spot on references and like connections between this one movie trailer with the game's plots, because it seems that the live actions, the other movies, they kind of go completely off regarding the story of the games. So many people were satisfied with this one trailer. I was satisfied about it too, but I was not sure about what was going on in there. Like, the villain was not too clear to me in that trailer. You know, I understand that it's like them trying to investigate slash survive in Raccoon City when the freaking pandemic is happening, like the zombie pandemic is happening. But as I was at first connecting that trailer, that movie to Resident Evil 2, I was expecting to see something about William Birkin. And then there was something in the trailer that reminded me of him, but at the same time it felt that he was not too important when that character showed in the trailer. That made me think on William Birkin. So I was wondering, like, who is the bad guy here, or is there no bad guy? Is Raccoon City the bad guy? Like, the whole city is the movie's villain, you know? So it's going to be a movie about their escape from Raccoon City without a particular and specific enemy after them or something. So that made me confused because it was not clear to me, like, who could be the enemy of this movie. But besides that, I really liked what I saw. The visual effects were good as well. Saber is saying that it's not going to be 100% the same as the game's plot, but it's trying to get close to it. And then Birkin was the scientist that showed on the trailer. Yes, but didn't you think that when they showed that scientist in the trailer, it felt like he was not too important? Because I was expecting to see something about his transformation even. And as I didn't see anything like that, I felt that Birkin was not too major in that movie's story or movie's plot. Maybe they are hiding it, like they don't want to reveal it, it could be that. But when they just showed that, I think it was like a recording on a TV or something from his experiments, and then the characters were all watching that recording, it felt like it was just, an important information but not major. It was just like something to explain things to those characters but not really go deep in, and then look at me, I'm the villain. The monster that shows up, it's probably him. Wait, I did not remember noticing that though. There was a monster that showed up that had a big eye on his shoulder. Okay, if that happened in the trailer that I kind of missed, then it's probably him, yeah. What I remember was seeing the zombie that's like looking back, which is like a very famous cutscene from Resident Evil games. It's like when you first see the zombie, he's like eating a cop or something, and then he kind of looks back into the character. And then I saw the liquor, which looks awful, but from the image, it could have been him entering the train, but he was not in his final form. If you pause the trailer, you can see more details on the scenes. You can even read a whole paper or file in there. Maybe that's why I didn't notice this one monster you were talking about. I don't remember seeing that one. But you know something funny, Subaru? I have been watching Persona Q playthrough, and when I finished watching Resident Evil 8 playthrough, and then I also told sometimes here on stream that Resident Evil 8 had my most scary enemy or creature that I have seen so far in the Resident Evil franchise. Now that I'm watching Persona Q playthrough or the Persona Q playthrough, I'm realizing that there is a lot in common between some of the horrors that are in Resident Evil 8 and Persona Q. Even a monster that goes in the same idea of the one that freaked me out in Resident Evil 8. And then when I watched Resident Evil 8, I was like, man, they did this to this one, let's say, normally cute and good looking creature, and then they made it awful and horrifying and you know, it was a very messed up idea what they did in there. And then I thought it was like the first time I have seen that in my life. Not at all. In Persona Q, there is that too happening. And he does look bad as well, and I completely forgot about that. But not only him. There is even another... In Persona games, the monsters are called shadows, right? There is even another shadow that does resemble the idea of another enemy in Resident Evil 8. So it's been interesting for me to like see or make some connections between Persona and freaking Resident Evil. Especially on my least favorite zombie on Resident Evil games right now, which is this one from 8, which is the most horrible thing I have seen. It is the ugliest monster. Oh, his eyes are on the back of his shoulder, not in the front? But if it is like an eye on a shoulder, it's definitely Birkin. Like, unless they are really creating a reference of another monster that resembles Birkin. But we had that other footage, right? We had that other recording that I was mentioning earlier with Birkin on it. So it must be him. The makeup and the 3D in the trailer, they were bad. It is one of the biggest complaints of the trailer. It feels like the budget was very, very low or very weak. Did you think so? I mean, I maybe haven't noticed all of those details that much, but maybe because I also had, let's say, low expectations, I was kind of surprised and then I was kind of satisfied with the trailer. That did not bother me so far. The makeup or the 3D effects, I actually felt they were kind of good, especially when I saw the liquor or the zombie that looks back. But yeah, maybe if I watch it again, pay more attention. But in general, just because it does resemble the story of the game, I think that's a strong motive for this one movie to be more successful than the others. Man, why are you not digivolving, Koromon? What's going on here? He is taking some time, right? So I'm training HP now because this also gives him offense. And it's that offense that will guarantee my Agumon instead of a Gabumon. Okay, finally. So now that he's digivolving, I will now change the training and I will train his defense. I will need to go back and train more of his HP, but I will now go to defense. But I'm still trying to decide what could be my third stat of training. I kind of wanted to go for attack, but I'm concerned of like digivolving him into a Greymon if I go for attack. Because Greymon is kind of like the all-around Digimon here, or the all-around champion. Because magic points, I don't know if it is really related to a Monochromon. It could be or not. I can see attack being more related to a Monochromon, like a physical attack. Although I gotta say that the amount of hunger this one Digimon has makes me worried, because what if he turns into Tyrannomon, my nightmare? He's still hungry. Man, what's going on with this Agumon? Maybe I should skip some of his hunger moments, like you're not going to be fed right now. But then what if that's a mistake? No, I will skip it. You know what? You gotta stop asking for food every freaking time. Although if I feed him, he can be happier. And that could be maybe a problem because once again I'm scared of getting a Greymon. You know what? I'm not feeding you then. There we go. He's hungry again. Nope. And now he's tired. Yeah, he's tired because he's not eating. But I will continue on this strategy. Computer? Wait, he also wants to go to the bathroom? I will use a potty, because maybe by using the potty I can make him happier without feeding him. If he refuses the potty, of course. He did not refuse it. Okay, now he lost some weight. So maybe I can feed you now? Because you seem to not stop asking for food. But at least I gave him some time to, you know, to be more patient regarding his hunger. Let's go back to defense training. Okay, at least now he's only taking a single piece of meat to get satiated or full. And I was able to raise his attack a little bit, not attack, his happiness a little bit too. Although, how much defense do I want? Um, let's get to 300. Welcome back. What did you get for dinner? I believe I will be eating sandwiches later. Yesterday I almost cooked some spaghetti, but I kinda felt lazy in the end and then I gave up. But earlier this week I went back to pizza baking and they were very good. They were sausage, tomato, onions, basil pizzas. They were like margarita pizza but with sausages and onions. And then right now my mom is baking something. I think it's going to be like a cookie pie, but it's the first time she's trying it, so I'm not sure how is it going to be the outcome. Oh, Subway is having rice, potatoes, and sausage? Have you ever tried... I actually think that the answer will be no, but I will ask you anyway because that's the new thing I tried this week. Have you ever tried pitanga juice? It's like a tiny berry. I have been finding all sorts of fruits and berries pulps here in my hometown. Like last weekend I was talking about a different one that I really liked. It's called cupuaçu. And this week me and my dad, we found this other one pulp in the supermarket and then we decided to try it. And it's called pitanga. This one was very weird because even though when I talked to some friends they said that they liked pitanga and then in their opinion pitanga was kinda sour and sweet even. When I tried the juicing here, I felt it was a mix of sour, yeah, but like not too strong sour, but especially bitter. So it made me surprised that I was trying a somewhat bitter fruit, because I can't say there are many bitter fruits out there. So it was weird because of that, like, this is somewhat bitter? Like, seriously? So yes, I did like it, but I did not love it. I will show you what I'm talking about. You drink more soda, man? Oh no. No, I'm the complete opposite. This is pitanga, the berry that I was trying this week. It looks like a tiny tomato, or a cherry tomato. I do think that we should have added more sugar in here, but we kinda have been saving on the sugar levels on our juices, so we only add like a spoon of sugar and then that's it. Because I believe if this juice was more sweet, it would have tasted better. But maybe even with more sugar, I would still feel the bitterness. And that was the characteristic that surprised me the most about this one fruit, right? Because if you ask me like name some bitter fruits, I think I don't know any. But this was like a first time that I tried something that was a fruit and bitter together. Unless you talk about cacao or cocoa, right? Cacao in Portuguese, cocoa in English. Cocoa is bitter. Although I never tried it raw or like a very strong um, pure chocolate bar. You know, I never really go for those. I always go for the milk chocolate or the sweetened chocolate. Maybe I should just say that I don't go for the bitter chocolate. I tried it, but not much or not many times. Wait, I went to the clinic but I did not rest? Hey Ultras, what's up, man? I was just talking about this one Brazilian berry that I tried this week. Berry slash fruit, I'm not sure which one, but this one it's called pitanga. It looks like a cherry tomato. And I was surprised because, at least in my opinion, it had some bitterness taste to it. It was a mix of sour and bitter, and I can't say that I have had many bitter fruits before. But maybe it was just my impression because my friend said that she liked it a lot, she liked that fruit a lot, and to her it's just sour, like it's not bitter. To me it was a bit bitter. Wait, you perfect best Castlevania today? Congrats, man, there we go. So what is your time now? Also, have you been into the Metroid... No, yeah, Metroid Dread, right? Have you been into Metroid Dread? I think it was released yesterday. If not yesterday, on the day before, but it was released super recently. Although I still haven't checked the reviews of it, but I'm guessing people have been loving it. 47, there we go. But you have seen lots of people streaming it. Are you not getting it? Let me go for more defense. Just one more of defense and then we go back to HP. If I listen to the Hunter's Moon, I did not. Is that a song of like Castlevania? Or is that the song from... Was it Ghost that you were talking about last week? That you were surprised they were releasing a new song or something? Oh, you're not getting it right away? You can wait? Yeah, maybe there will be some sales like in the end of the year for like Christmas and stuff. But even though I haven't checked the reviews of Metroid Dread to know if people have been liking it or not, I did have checked the review of something of your interest that may not be good news actually. And I'm talking about the second Venom movie, right? The one that has Carnage, that you were very excited. So it seems that the movie is also not that great. But the critics said it was better than the first one at least. But yeah, be careful with your expectations because maybe it won't be that amazing. I still gotta watch the first one even, but I was a bit sad to know now that the critic did not like the sequel that much either. Because I was hoping the second movie could be much better, you know? And it's better, but not quite. I need to go back to movie watching. I almost watched The Shining this week. I was really like feeling it, but because of my sleeping problems and everything, I kind of gave up on the idea. But also because in the past days, I kind of felt like watching more of JoJo's fifth arc or fifth cycle actually, fifth cycle. And I was even watching a lot of it today in the afternoon because after the early episodes, the story has accelerated and now I'm like pumped for it. So yeah, I'm now maybe just going until the end of this season, and then maybe only after I finish this arc of JoJo, I decide on going back to the movies. But yes, I was almost going into The Shining, and I still need to watch Free Guy as well, the one movie that has many gaming references. I started to watch this one movie, but I don't know its name in English. Yes, I don't know the name of the movie in English. I could Google it though. Oh, Ultras, can you send it to me then? Or did you send it to me already? I don't think I saw it. But yes, if you can remember me to listen to it, like by sending me a message with the song, I can give it a listen later. You honestly never rush into anything. That's me as well regarding gaming, at least. I do love to get things only when they are on sale or like I have other games to play beforehand. I do get very excited, of course, for the releases, but 99% of the releases are super expensive in my opinion, so I'm like, nope, I will wait some time until the prices drop, until I play other games, and then in the future I will have a better mindset and financial set as well for me to be getting this game and trying it out. Let me see. Is it Little Big Life or something? It's like a sci-fi movie. Actually, never mind. The name of the movie is Downsizing. It has Matt Damon on it. Yeah, Matt Damon. I started to watch it, but the beginning was not very exciting. It was kind of slow, even. But I will still go back to it. Oh, you sent to me a message? There we go, man. I will check it probably tomorrow. Do you think I will like it? Is that why you want me to check it? Oh yes, and I also still need to watch the two documentaries about a murder case that happened in Brazil. that Gabriel watched a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me the movies were good. So I also need to jump into those documentaries. Speaking of murders, though, did you guys see the news that this week, after who knows how many years, they finally found or figured out the identity of the Zodiac killer? And the guy kind of had a whole life without getting caught. He even probably was able to watch his own movie, like the movie that uh, Hollywood did about his murder case, and then it seems he's already dead as well. And they also cracked down the puzzle of his riddles, and the answer to his like specific code that nobody could crack for all of these years is basically that all people needed to do was to remove the letters of his own name from the text, and then the text would start making sense. That was actually a very smart way of creating a puzzle or like a riddle for, messages, because it's like if you are really able to crack down this puzzle, you get my identity. It's kind of clever, and clever, but also, let's say, um, it's not risky the word, but it's like challenging, right? He's kind of challenging people to crack this, and then if you crack it, the reward will be big. You'll be actually getting my own name. But yeah, people could not get his name or like crack the code, and then he died. But hey, even after that, we were at least able to figure out his identity. You like it or at least not hate it? There we go. So I'm guessing it's probably going to have some sort of great instrumental, because I love instrumental. And maybe it's not going to be too aggressive as well. Mostly regarding the vocals. But yeah, guys, they finally found or figured out the identity of the Zodiac Killer. Which, by the way, the movie they made about his murder series, or like his murder, um, what is the word that I'm looking for? About his life, is very good. There is even a scene in there that gave me chills. And it's funny how in the movie they were not able to like uh, basically they have like a big suspect of this one person being the Zodiac killer, right? And it was not. So it's funny how the movie got their guesses completely wrong about the identity of the real killer. Some other random news that I read or learned about this week. Did you guys know that thanks to the global warming, coffee is kinda getting extinct? Many species of coffee are getting extinct. Now I can't remember the number. I don't remember the exact number anymore of like the percentage of species that are getting into extinction thanks to the global warming. But if I had to guess, my mind is telling me that it was something around 90% actually. But that was funny because I did not hear anything about that on the news or like on TV or something. I don't see people talking about it either. It was such a, let's say, tiny bit of information that I accidentally got into, and then that's how I learned about it. When I read it, I felt like, why is this not being more important? Why people are not really giving more attention to this? Because this is big, as like, even though I'm not a coffee addict, many people are, and many people actually love coffee. But yeah, It seems that coffee is now under some sort of problems. The prices are even rising, so in case someone here is addicted to coffee, now you can understand why is that happening. It's because the coffee farms are struggling thanks to the global warming, or like thanks to the temperature changes. And there are species even getting into extinction. And just because I'm dropping some random facts right now, something else that I learned, and then this one was thanks to the anime that I have been watching, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I didn't know that mosquitoes are able to like find their prey for them to suck their blood thanks to the carbonic acid. Hopefully I'm saying this right. CO2, right? CO2, carbonic acid, I'm guessing in English. That's how they find you, or like they find animals to suck their blood. I always felt that was related to like the smell of blood, but no, they actually have some sort of radars or sensors to detect the carbon dioxide. There we go, that's how it is in English, right? Carbon dioxide from your breathing. And then that's how they find species to kind of suck their bloods. So basically, it's because you breathe and then you eliminate carbon dioxide that you kind of attract mosquitoes to come and freaking suck your blood. I mean, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is what's telling me that. I should have checked or confirmed that information on Google later. I was going to do that, but then I completely forgot. But so far, I have been trusting the information that the anime has been providing me because the last things I learned thanks to it were accurate. So I do think that was also kinda correct. Just shocking to me because I would guess it's because of my blood smell, just like maybe sharks. And no, it's because of my carbon dioxide. Go figure. Okay, let me now see how's the situation here. He is 4 years old. He is medium weight. He's not too heavy or not too um, soft or thin. And he's getting to 3000 of HP. Okay, I will get him to that 3000, and then I'll need to think about what am I going to train him next. Even though I kind of wanted to go for offense, but I'm a little bit scared. But if I go to speed, it doesn't match. Yeah, speed is out of the way. Like, speed is not definitely going to be for Monochrome 1. Monochrome 1 doesn't look like a speedy character. And we also had our previous attempt, or our previous cycle, to see what would be the outcome of a speedy Agumon, and then we got Birdramon. So yes, I don't think speed should be the matter in here. Maybe brains or maybe magic points. But you know what? I think I will trust my first intuition. I will trust my guts. I will go for HP, defense, and offense. And please don't give me a Greymon. Okay, Dreamojimon is in here. But he's not helping us. One of these days I was talking about horror movies and how my sister got me into a somewhat sleepover horror party or something, and they kinda made me to watch Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and then Little Soldiers, and also Armageddon, and that's how I kinda don't like Aerosmith at all. I don't like their songs, or at least the famous ones. But I was saying that recently I got the news that I Know What You Did Last Summer is going to be reboot, or it's going to have a new version. I think it's a series actually, by Amazon. And then this week I learned that Scream is also getting a new movie, and it's going to be Scream 5. So it's interesting that they are resurrecting those classics from the past. Honestly, I don't know if both will work, because I was complaining about this last time when I was talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer. They are trying to adapt that movie into, let's say, today's lives. So basically, it's going to feel more modern. It won't have the same feels of the 90s as that movie used to have. It's going to have the feels of like today's lives. So I'm not sure about that. I think it's going to make it very different. But regarding Scream 5, I don't know how can they work with the formula to surprise us or to make something very distinct from the rest of the other movies. So maybe it's just like the Saw movies, that they were coming up with more and more movies, but the more they were releasing movies, the worse they were getting, because like the formula, the idea was getting exhausting and not very unique anymore or shocking anymore. It was getting repetitive, but the fans are hyped, so I hope they don't get disappointed when Scream 5 is out. I also saw some news about another, let's say, franchise, but this time it's gaming franchise, that's also getting a fifth version, or in that case, a fifth game. And it is freaking The Sims. Finally, it seems that after those years, we may be getting a new The Sims game, because The Sims 4 was out for a long time. But I had stopped playing The Sims, like, I played it up to The Sims 2. But back in the day when I was a kid, it was The Sims and Roller Coaster Tycoon all I played on my computer, together with Worms Armageddon. Yes, I also played Worms a lot. But those were my three favorite PC games. But then I kept on playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I kinda stopped playing The Sims. But I was surprised to finally see that they are finally going to release another game to the franchise. Now we need another GTA as well, right? Because they are re-releasing the old ones every freaking time. Yes, I'm training your offense right now. Subaru played a little bit of The Sims, not much because he couldn't feel very attached to the game. I actually played it a lot. When it was released, I had this one friend that introduced me to the Roller Coaster Tycoon franchise. He also introduced me to The Sims. And thanks to him, I was like enjoying those two games a lot. And then once I bought The Sims myself, I played it a lot with my sister even. So it was very fun. Those days were very fun. Also, some of my friends in school, they also liked The Sims. We even had our own, let's say, jokes and funny moments about talking about the games, especially the music from the games. I remember this one friend that we used to kind of create fake lyrics for some of the songs of the Vacation expansion pack. So I didn't have good memories with The Sims, but maybe just like what I just said regarding the Scream movies and the Saw movies, the more they were releasing that franchise, or the more it was continuing to be, the less interesting they were getting because it was the same thing ever. It was not looking too different, but of course it was improving graphically speaking, but the game was kind of still the same in the essence. So I was giving preference to other games with different plots, different stories, different gameplays, and then little by little I kind of left The Sims behind. Wait, I was training anyway. We are digivolving. Is this going to be good? Because I was just noticing that I was training more defense. What I wanted was more offense. But sure, is defense and HP the answer for monochromon? Really? Okay, this makes no sense. Why am I getting Tyrannomon? I mean, it was a very needy Agumon, yes. I was even joking, like, are you hungry as Tyrannomon or something? But stat-wise, this makes no sense. Like, isn't Tyrannomon a Digimon that I committed many mistakes, or like raised his attack a lot? This was a very shocking Digivolution to me right now. Yeah, this makes no sense. Look at the stats right there. I was focusing on HP and defense. How is that Tyrannomon? I mean, maybe the HP part, but unless it is because of the low discipline or something, it's not too low. The happiness was high too, that's kind of contrasting his personality, I would say. If I were getting Greymon, then sure, I was suspecting that it could be a result. But Tyrannomon? Maybe it has something to do with his wave as well, but come on. If the result was Monochromon, Monochromon would also be somewhat heavy weighted, so. Tyrannomon, for real. Oh my god. Well, I will be honest right now. I'm freaking salty because this is not what I was training for, right? But I'm salty in general. I'm like pissed that I cannot get this last champion. Or maybe for Agumon's Digivolution. I don't know what happened in there. And you know what's the worst? If this is not it, I have no idea what could be it. Because how is Monochromon not defense and HP? Like, there is nothing else. So, part of me kinda wanna give up, to be honest. Because I'm tired of this BS. How was that not it? Okay, there are no very interesting tournaments for me right now.